I'm Adam Jahns from the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'm joined here at Hallis Hall by colleague Mark Potash. All right, Mark, another game week here, and the Bears are preparing for the San Francisco 49ers, the almighty San Francisco 49ers. And I want to talk about the Bears' defense because we saw them get gashed by the Buffalo Bills, and they're facing an even better running game, at least in my opinion, maybe more potent and more diverse, especially with Colin Kaepernick back there. How do you think the Bears' defense is able to combat what the 49ers could throw at them after they were just gashed by the Buffalo Bills?
Well, Adam, I think it's going to be a huge test. I don't think the Bears' defense was as bad as people thought against the Bills. I think they held them to 17 points with actually a pretty good effort. The question, though, is they're facing an even better quarterback and somebody who can hurt them even more. So, theoretically, the Bears are supposed to get better. Generally, teams do get better, especially a defense like the Bears, from week 1 to week 2. So I expect a better effort, but it's going to take a lot, X's and O's from everything. Jared Allen, Lance Briggs, a lot of guys have to play better. I think they're capable, but I'll be honest, after watching them Sunday, you just cannot tell.
Now, I'll say this. They allowed 13 points off of turnovers, and they still held them to 17 to 20 points against the Buffalo Bills I'm talking about. They still played well enough to win despite over nearly 200 yards rushing. Despite the turnovers, the bad positions they were put in, they still played well enough to win. You would think that Mark Trestman's offense, being as powerful as it is with all the weapons that he has, in year 2 with Jay Cutler, would be able to outscore 20 points.
Well, that's going to be part of it. It's as simple as this to me, Adam. If the Bears are defined by the way they played defensively last week, I think they're in trouble because I think they're going to face a tougher offense with more weapons and a better quarterback and a better running back. But if the Bears are improved like they think they're going to and they get better, so the question is Lance Briggs going to get better? Jared Allen, is he going to get better? It all goes back to that. If they improve like that, I think they'll be good enough because, like you said, this game is really on the offense. The Bears' offense has got to kind of win this game and control this game, and I think they have that capability. You know, I don't think the 49ers were all that offensively potent against the Cowboys. That game was 21-0 because of turnovers in the first quarter, or certainly in the first half, and I think that kind of changed the tone of that game. So I don't think the 49ers are quite as great, I guess, as they might appear to be. I think they're more vulnerable. But, again, the Bears didn't show enough on Sunday to make you think that they're going to be able to take advantage of that. And that's kind of the story of the game.
You mentioned Lance Briggs, and he's been in headlines for the wrong reasons, whether it's opening a restaurant when he's missing practice or some reports about him being out late on the Friday night before a game to even himself taking blame for his own faults and mistakes against the Buffalo Bills, leaving certain gaps that led to long runs. What do you make of just the start of the year that he's had? You know, he's the leader of this defense. He's the face of this defense, but now he's garnering some bad negative attention.
Well, I think the worst thing, I don't really pay much attention to the extracurricular stuff. I don't think that impacts his play. The problem is that he's kind of the leader of the defense, and so it comes to a leadership question of is this really the kind of example you want your leader to be setting? I don't think it impacts his play whatsoever. He's the same player he is no matter whether he's going out at night or not going out or opening a restaurant or not. That said, his first game was not very impressive. And like I said before, if he's slow, it's because he's old. And I didn't think he looked very fast on Sunday. So the big question isn't so much is he being affected by all these extracurricular stuff. Is he at his age the same player he was when he was younger, and we just don't know that yet. So it's probably a bigger test for him than anybody else to see if he can kind of rise to the challenge, rise to the occasion, and be as good as he has to be because he's got a whole lot of people following him and following his lead on the field. And I think that's where that will tell the tale about Sunday against the 49ers.
All right, well, thanks for watching this Bears Beat video. He's Mark Potash. I'm Adam Jahns. Stay with SunTimes.com for all our Bears coverage.